Okay, so here's how we're gonna do this the manual way. All right, we are going to simply go to search engine, okay, such as Google or Yahoo or Bing or Ask.com, whatever. Personally, I like Google. And then we're gonna do something. We're gonna search for a keyword plus newsletter or Ezine or solo ad. Okay, so for example, if you are promoting a work from home type product or opportunity, you're gonna go to Google and you're gonna put in something like work from home Ezine, work from home newsletter, okay, work from home solo ad. Make sense? If you're promoting something that has to do with, you know, maybe you're teaching birds how to stay on one leg and sing, you know, solo or something crazy like that, you know, you would go to and do the same thing. You know, enter your main keyword and add the newsletter or an Ezine to the end of it. Okay, pretty simple so far. So when we do that, we're going to have all these search results that will come up. And so these are going to be different blogs. These are going to be different, you know, different newsletters, different Ezines and whatnot, different marketers lists. And so we want to create a list. Personally, I like Excel, so I prefer Excel. And I want to create a list of 30 to 40 publishers. Now we're talking about Ezines right now. Okay, 30 to 40 publishers. And the reason we need to get 30 to 40 is because, again, remember, not everything is going to be gold. There's going to be a lot of dirt. Okay, so we're going to have to go through these 30 to 40, we're going to have to go through quite a bit of dirt to get a few of those really, really good ones. So you might have out of 30 to 40, you may have, you know, maybe 3, 4, 5 really, really good ones. But you don't know which ones unless you go through the process, you know. And the people that fail with this particular method are people who don't go through the process that I'm about to outline to you in this video right now. Okay, so please pay extra close attention. This stuff is really, really good. So we're going to create this list, and creating a list is essentially really important because, you know, you can always, when you find those gems, you can always go back to those people and just, you know, if you need to print money, it's like literally, it's like printing money. You can go back to those people, submit your solo ad, boom, get your traffic within minutes. Okay, and see commissions in your bank account that very same day. It's really as easy as that if you know what you're doing. Okay, so we're gonna go and create this list, and then we're gonna contact each one of these publishers, each one of those 30 to 40 people on your list. Okay, we're gonna ask them some questions, and these are very important questions to ask. So this would be a good idea for you to write this down. Okay, so if you're not taking notes, I would suggest that you maybe take some notes, because these 7 questions are key questions that I always ask every publisher that, you know, before I do any business with them, before I buy any solo ads, whatever, I want to ask these 7 questions every publisher. Okay, first question is this: do you sell solo ads to your list? Pretty obvious question, but here's why it's important. A lot of publishers, you know, when they publish a newsletter or an Ezine, they will offer or they'll sell different types of ads, such as sponsored ads, you know, top sponsored, site sponsored, you know, different middle sponsored. They will insert different banners in their ads, whatever. And some publishers will not allow you to send your ads solo all by itself. So that's why I need to know if, you know, if this publisher is going to allow me to send solo ad. And of course, personally for me, you know, I tried all of those ads, you know, sponsored ads and whatnot. I have found that solo ad works out the best because your ad goes out all by itself. You know, there is no other distractions in that email. It's just your email all by itself goes out to the entire subscriber base, to every single email inbox of those subscribers on that list. Okay, and you know, they see your offer. Obviously, the more people see your offer, the more people are going to click on your link and get to your site, and the more traffic you're going to get. Okay, so that's why first question is so important. Second question is, how many active subscribers do you have on your list? And the reason that this one is important, again, it's pretty obvious. A lot of times it's going to say on their website, you know, I have 10,000 subscribers, I have 300,000 subscribers, I have 40,000 subscribers. But I still want to ask this question because, well, who knows when, you know, he updated his website. Maybe his website was updated 5 years ago and it says he's got, you know, 40,000 subscribers on his site from 5 years ago. Well, today, how many subscribers do you have today? So that's why I need to get that current data. Okay, so third question is, how often do you mail out solo ads? Now this one is important, and here's why. Because a lot of publishers, from what I have seen, a lot of publishers abuse their list. what I mean by abusing their list is they would send out like 2 solo ads every single day. You know what I mean? And so they're providing very little value for their list, and they're just hammering them with different offers from different marketers. You know what I mean? So their list is not very responsive list. Good publishers and good Ezine places, good Ezines will have a waiting list. Okay? So here's a rule of thumb. If a publisher sends out a solo ad every day, I typically do not want to buy a solo ad from that publisher. Okay? Because that list is probably pretty neglected. I mean, he just bombards him with different offers, and people are just getting used to receiving offers like every single day. And so a lot of those people will not even open their emails because they're just, oh, that's an offer, another offer, different day, different offer. Good publisher will send out 2 or 3, sometimes even 1 solo ad per week. Okay. So, of course, good publishers will almost always have a waiting period, which is good because their list is responsive most of the time, okay, usually. So that's why I need to know how many times they send out that solo ad or how often, okay? What is your average email open rate? Wait a second, I think I got 2 open in that sentence. Should be just 1 open there, I apologize. All right, so the question should be this. What is your average email open rate? Okay. Now, here's why this question is important. And we're going to talk about this a little bit later, but it's important because based on the answer of this question, I can calculate and predict approximately if it's going to be worth it for me to go and buy that solo ad. All right. I'm going to tell you and talk to you a little bit more about that a little bit later on here as we go more into actually how to do this. But I need to know, what's their average email open rate is. And good publishers, I mean, if he takes care of their list, if they're really like legit publishers and stuff, they will know this number. A lot of them will not tell you, or they'll try to weed away from it and whatnot. You got to get the answer to that question. Okay, what is your average email open rate for your list? All right, then the next question we got is how much do you charge for a solo ad? Again, pretty obvious question, self-explanatory. I need to know exactly how much he's going to charge me for it. By the way, you can always negotiate, okay? Because these are marketers. These are people who, you're dealing directly with the guy who owns the list. So you can always negotiate. It's not like he needs to talk to, it's not like you're buying ads from like a corporation or something, where they can't their rates are set in stone. Here, you can always negotiate, okay? Always negotiate the best price. All right, then the next question we got is, when is your next available spot? Of course, I need to know when their next available solo ad is. And then how can I submit my solo ad with you? So if I do decide to do business with them, what's the process? How do I go? Where do I need to go to submit my solo ad with them? Okay, again, these are the 7 very important key questions that I want to ask every single publisher that I'm going to do before I do any business with them. Okay, and then of course, I can't stress this enough, my friend. You have to create a list. Okay, you got to create a list because you want to pull out those gems. The more gems you can pull out from the dirt, the better it is for you. Then it's like printing money. It's like traffic on demand. You can go, when you have a list of 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 different really, really good publishers that you have tested in the past, and you have a list of these people, right? You can always go back to these guys and you can promote an offer. You can send a solo ad, and you know that you will get results. Okay, that's why it's really, really important for you to create a list. I'm going to tell you a little bit more about how to do that and exactly how I did that as we go along here. All right, so right now, I'm going to take you to the actual Internet Explorer, and I'm going to show you how this thing is done in practice. Okay, so let me show you exactly how you can do this in reality. So let's say if I was promoting some kind of work from home opportunity. Okay, again, this is just an example purpose. Whatever your niche is, it's going to be the same process for you, for whatever it is that you're promoting. Okay, just to keep things very simple, I'll just use this as an example. So let's say my main keyword that I'm going to go after is work from home. Okay, and I'm just going to add the word Ezine at the end of that. Okay, just like that. And just see what comes up here. Of course, what I need to pay attention to is this stuff right here, which is organic searches. Okay. All right, cool. So we just look for different Ezine publishers over here. Okay. Take a look at this one here, for example. toworkathome.com looks like an Ezine to me. And a lot of times what these publishers will have is some kind of link or a section, or something that will let you know that they are accepting advertisement. Now, some of them will not tell you this, which is a good thing also, and I'm going to tell you how to find that out. But this one here, for example, we see here's a link. It says advertise. So when we click on this link right here, we're going to take a look at their options here. Okay. So let's scroll down here and see what's going on. All right, so over here I see it says Ezine advertising. Okay, exclusive mailing, solo ad, exactly what I'm looking for, right? Sent to all Ezine's 41,000 plus subscribers, and the price for one mailer is $300. Now, don't freak out. We don't know. This might be a good price. It might not be a good price just yet. Okay, so it's all going to depend. So we got 41,000 subscribers for this solo ad. Cool. So what I would do is, again, don't worry about the price yet. This is not important at this point. Okay, the price is not important. What I need to do is, remember I told you need to create a list, right? So here's what I do. I created myself a little spreadsheet that looks something like this, which, by the way, I'm just going to include this right below in this module in your resource center. You can just copy that or use that if you want. It's just basically very, very simple spreadsheet here, Excel spreadsheet. And so what I need to do here is I'm going to go up here and I will enter my publisher's name, which in this case is To Work at Home. All right, then the website is we got toworkathome.com. List size, mailing, how frequently they're mailing, all that good stuff. You know what? I'm not going to fill this stuff out because remember, like I told you, even though it says over here that his list size is 41,000, I think, right? Yeah, 41,000 subscribers, but it says 41,000 plus. So what is that? Is that 41,200 or is it 41,001? Or is that like 55,000 subscribers? You see what I'm saying? When was this updated? I need to know exactly how many active subscribers he's got on his list. Okay, so I will email him. I will make this a note. All right, I will make a note of this website here. Okay, and then I will email him. So like in the notes here, I might put his email address if he has that. If not, most of the time what I'll just do is I'll just go to contact. Okay, contact information. Or contact link, and of course enter your name, blah blah blah, and you will fill out your your questions. So you'll send him an email and you'll say, hey, you'll send those 7 questions to him. Okay, you're gonna ask those 7 key questions. Can I buy a solo ad from you? How much is it? How many? How often do you mail? What's your average email open rate? All that good stuff, and you're gonna wait for his reply. Okay, so let's take a look at this. Let me get my good old calculator here. Let's say that according to this website, he's got a list of 41,000 people. Okay, on his list. So take a look at this. Check it out. Here's what I do. Let's assume that this is right. Okay, 41,000 subscribers, and the reason I need to know his average email open rate is, you probably have guessed it by now, is I need to know approximately how many clicks can I expect, or how many people can I expect to see my offer. Okay, so let's say if his average email open rate is let's say 20%, which is about average. Okay, times 20. Again, different publishers will have different number. Sometimes it might be 10%. Some publishers will have crappy lists and might be like 5% or 2%. Some of them will have like really good responsive lists, so it might be like 30 or 40%. Who knows? Okay, so I need to know that number. But I'd say 20% is about average for a good cultivated list. Okay, so 20% of 41,000, we're looking at 8,200 people who will actually open an email. Now, this does not mean that 8,200 people are going to click on our link in our email. This is just how many people will approximately open an email, okay, based on the answer to that question, was what's your average email open rate. So I'm gonna assume that, let's say 40 or 8,200 people actually opened an email, and let's say that 20% of those people will actually click on my link, okay? So 20% of those people will click on my link. I'll get 1,640 actual visits to my website. Make sense? To whatever I'm promoting, right? So let's say that 1,640 visitors to my website. If you're sending traffic to your landing page, which you should be doing, okay, you will have, well, first of all, 1,640. Let's take a look at that. What is that per visitor? If we're gonna have, in this example, it's $300. So $300 divided by 1,640 visitors. So in this case, we're going to be paying like 18 cents per visitor, which is really, really good. Okay. Do you see how, again, based on his answer to that question, what his average email open rate is, I can predict and I can estimate approximately if this is going to be a good thing for me to go after. Okay. So let's say if his email open rate was like 5% or 3%, this might not be a good idea for me to go after this. But here's what I'm looking for. 1,640 people that will actually visit my website. If I'm sending traffic to my landing page, which I always do, okay, average landing page opt-in rate is about 20%. Actually, it's pretty low, but let's say it was 20%. Okay, so 1,640 people times 20%, not $20, but 20. Let's do this. 1,640 times 0.20, which is 20%. So I can expect about 328 subscribers. Okay, my friend, check it out. A visitor is a visitor, okay? But a subscriber is a subscriber. When you build subscribers, when you get subscribers to your site, to your list, and you actually build in your list, this is your asset for your business. Okay, you always want to get subscribers. Visitors is good. And if you just focus on visitors, you focus on promotion. If you focus on getting subscribers to your site or your list, you're focusing on building a business, therefore building a fortune for yourself one day. Okay, so this is the number I'm more interested in. So 328 subscribers, leads, okay, that I can market over and over and over and over and over again. So here's the number I'm looking for. Okay. When I send out solo ads, I'm looking for my cost per lead, not cost per visitor, but cost per lead based on these predictions. And of course, I'm going to track everything, but I'm looking for my cost per lead to be obviously the lower the better, but $1.30 or so to $1.50 at the most. Okay, at the most. Like if my cost per lead is above $1.50, that's actually a bad promotion. I would probably not do it again with this particular method. Okay, other methods are fine, but this particular one, the rule of thumb is you want to be at $1.50 or below. Okay, for your cost per lead. So in this example here, let's take a look at what we have. So we got 328 visitors. Again, these are predictions, or actually leads. 328 leads, approximately estimated. So for $300 divided by 328 visitors. So my cost per lead in this example would be 91 cents, which would be okay. Okay, I could go ahead and go after this. But again, everything is going to come up to, is going to be based on that question of, what's your average email open rate for your list. Okay, do you see how I just kind of did that math there? Again, not complicated stuff, but I need to know these numbers before I decide whether I'm going to do business with this person or not. But even before I do that, I need to, so I'm going to contact him and I'm going to send him an email, and I will wait for him to respond back. And usually I give him like 3 days, okay, 3 to 4 days, about 72 hours. Give them about 3 days to respond. Okay, if they respond with your questions, answers to your questions, then you fill this out. Let's say list 41,000. Okay, mailing frequency, let's say, perfect scenario would be, once a week. All right. Average email open rate is, let's say he says, again, perfect scenario here, let's just say 20%. Okay. Cost is $300, so your list would look something like this. Now, next availability, it would be, whatever the date that would be. Submit URL, he's going to tell you where to go. And then notes, any notes you want to take about that publisher, that's how you would do it. Okay, so I'm going to build a list of 30 to 40 of these guys, and I will wait for them to respond. So let's go back here real quick. Let's go back to Google, to our search results. All right, so let's take a look at this one here, for example. 100 MLM Cash Club. All right, so what do we have here? We got circulation, we got 2,000 people. Okay. It doesn't tell me the prices or anything like that. So again, I will just contact this, this publisher and just see what, what's going on there. Okay. All right. So let's see what else we got here. Click here. Let's check this guy out. Okay. Looks like this is just a sales letter, or is it? Yeah, it doesn't look like this is an actual Ezine. Okay. Take a look at this one here. Okay, looks like this is an Ezine here. They got, it does look like it's an Ezine. All right, so let's see if we have some kind of advertising options here. Okay, so we got solo ads tab here. So let's check this out. Solo ads. Let's see how much they're charging for this. So $26.50 for one solo ad. Okay, dirt cheap. Okay, let's see if they tell us how many subscribers they have approximately. All right, it looks like 3,000 opt-in subscribers. Not bad. All right, so I'll just get my color accumulator here. And so we got 3,000 subscribers. Again, if this was actually accurate, again, I'm going to have to double check with them. 3,000 times, again, perfect scenario would be 20% email open rate, and let's say 20% click-through rate, 120 clicks, actually 120 visits to my website at 20% opt-in rate on that. Actually 120 visits times 20% opt-in rate. So I'm looking at about 24 subscribers to my list, about 26 bucks. Okay, so just over $1 per subscriber. Okay, so this is something I would give it a shot. Makes sense? Again, based on the answers to those questions. So this is how I would do it manually. Is you would put your list here, 30 to 40 of these guys. Email them those 7 questions and just wait for them to respond. Yep, it does. It's going to take a little bit of time, and work in the beginning for you. But look, if you're going to take this route, it's going to be worth it. Okay, this is exactly what I did in the beginning. Now, I want to show you something else here. If you scroll all the way down here, as you can see, we got different, related searches, okay, to this keyword here, work from home Ezine. So as you can see here, work from home business, home business Ezine. You can check that one out, okay. And of course, you got different, different searches that coming up here. Work from home. Let's see. Let's go back here. Of course, it's giving you these different, related searches that you can check out. Work from home solo ad. So let's take a look at this one here, okay. Again, we got solo ad blaster here, 28,000 double opt-in advertisers. Solo ads, let's see how much it's gonna cost us, if it's gonna tell us the price here. Okay, so 47 bucks. And it looks like these people are guaranteeing 300 plus clicks. Okay, which is pretty sweet. All right, so just make a list. You can go to go through the first page, go through the related searches as well. Okay, related search results. Go through that. You can always go to, let me show you this. Let's go to Google keyword tool. Okay, and the first thing that comes up here, I'm pretty sure you are familiar with this by now. So let's go work from home. Let's put this keyword in here. Officers tray. I have no idea what that is. What is that? Heck, NRC. Does that sound about right? Let's see. Okay. So work from home gets 3 million. Let me do the exact phrase search here. And let's see what we're getting here. Okay, so work from home, 246,000 searches per month. Okay, as you can see here, online jobs, ways to make money, Ezine, all of these keywords. Just go after these keywords and just add Ezine or newsletter or solo ad right behind this. Okay, so this is another way that you can do your manual research. And let me tell you, there is a wealth of Ezines and publishers and different places you can find that will accept your solo ad. Okay, you just have to go through the process and do this thing, and fill out your little sheet over here. Okay, so you're gonna create a list of 30 to 40 publishers, and then you're gonna contact them, and then you're gonna wait for them to respond back to you. If after 72 hours or like 4 days you don't get an answer from them, here's what you do. Okay, you just put a big red line across it, and you don't want to do business with that publisher. Okay, if they don't respond to you, don't give them your money. All right, if they respond to you, then you want to do business with them. Okay, or at least take it to the next step. If they respond back to you, if answers are looking good, and if it's somewhat decent, then move forward and submit your solo ad and keep track of your results. Now, when you you have access to, I'm not gonna go through this right now because I showed this to you in other modules, but you have access to the Tracker 123 technology right here as one of your bonuses, right? So you want to use that and set it up and track your clicks. Like when you submit your link, when you submit your solo ad, you want to track your link. I'm going to have a video for you explaining how to do that a little bit later on. I'll probably do like a bonus video for you on that. But you always track your results and see which ones are giving you how many clicks. Okay, so how much money you spent versus how much, how many clicks you got, how many subscribers, all the good stuff. And so okay, is this publisher a good publisher for me to go after next time or not? Make sense? Again, I know we just covered a lot of information here. I wanted to keep this very detailed for you as much as possible. So this is how you do things manually. This is how I started out myself in the beginning, okay? Yep, you gotta roll up your sleeves, you gotta do some work, you gotta dig through the dirt, but it's gonna be worth it. If you don't wanna do this, if you don't wanna take this particular route, if you wanna do things, a little bit easier and take the easier route, I'm going to show you in the next video. I'm going to show you exactly how I do things right now, today. Okay, I discovered a shortcut, if you will. I discovered a directory that I have been using for the last 5 years or so. I've been doing manual stuff for about a year. Worked great, but look, when I discovered this other method of finding really good ezines, my income just shot through the roof. So I'm going to walk you through that. If you want to take that route, feel free to do that. I'm just going to show you. I'm not going to cheat you out of any information, so I'm just going to show you exactly how I do things myself. Okay, so this was the manual way of doing things, and in the next video, I'm going to show you how you can, a shortcut method, if you will, how you can eliminate a lot of the manual work, and find, locate and find really good targeted ezines with a click of a mouse. Okay, so we'll see you in the next video.